There aren't a ton of new Disney projects that I am so looking forward to, but one that I've got to make a little bit of an exception for is a live-action Snow White that is coming out in March of 2025. Fingers crossed it doesn't get bumped back, because I can't wait another minute for this cinematic travesty to hit any silver screens for dozens of people to check out. Because you remember going through that trailer and how uncanny and weird that looks. Like, I for one, I look at the cinematography and go, Jesus Christ, this thing is shot very, very strangely. It's the thing, right? With Disney, they rely too much on special effects, the volume to shoot everything, where nothing's real, nothing's tangible. You could be dancing around and singing out of tune around what looks to be a wooden table with wooden chairs, with the goofy, creepy, uncanny valley dwarves that are around there, but in actuality, nothing's there, and you're just parading around in a dress that you need to get paid for all 16 hours that you were in the dress for, on a blue screen to try to make it look natural with this digital camera whipping around everywhere, and it just all looks off. Nothing about it looks authentic, but that's what you could say about a lot of Disney's output, and especially when it comes to their live-action remakes. But when you dig a little bit deeper, and so far, I haven't seen this part of the trailer come out. It was just leaked footage from D23, and if you were playing any of that stuff on YouTube, oh boy, Disney was snatching you up just like that. Normally, they're good when it comes to their trailers, but yeah, any of the stuff that they were hiding at D23, especially the reveal of the Whistle While You Work, one of the most iconic songs from all of Disney animation, when they're reimagining their modern audiencing that classic came out, people started to point out, okay, cool. The way that song was introduced back in 1937 with the original was Snow White was singing the song in regards to her providing value for the dwarves, saving her, helping her escape the clutches of the evil queen, and she would provide value around the house, okay? She would clean up, and in order to pass the time while she's doing the chores and doing the housework around there, she would, in fact, whistle while she worked. And as BuzzFeed, the beacon of journalism, which you guys closed down earlier this year, okay, aren't you living on borrowed time, Stephanie? Probably using this as an opportunity to go ahead and signpost her OnlyFans account. Best of luck to you. There's probably a lot of other out-of-work writers that are also showing their butthole for $5.99 a month. So hot takes like this will really help you differentiate yourself from the rest of the oversaturated market, and fantastic stuff. But the way that Rachel Zegler's Snow White was, theoretically, because we don't know for sure, it was a trailer, it was at least a little bit of a snippet, the way that she gets saved by all of these CGI dwarves, and she's back in the dwarves' house, okay, and she's, singing Whistle While You Work in her own inimitable style, handing out brooms and dustpans and telling everybody else to whistle while they work. I mean, that's a little bit antithetical. That seems a little bit conceited, and that also seems a bit entitled. And then you think, oh yeah, this is Rachel Zegler, so that's totally 100% what we can expect when Snow White eventually does come to cinemas. But it's the sterling brain trust over there at BuzzFeed that can come to the conclusion that Snow White has the dwarf help her clean. Help her clean? No, she's delegating responsibilities. She's just around there just traipsing about, singing a timeless song and telling everybody else, well, after they spend like 14 hours down in the mines, they need to go and clean their place up. Like, listen, bitch, we didn't save you for nothing, okay? You get your ass to work or get your ass out on the street. Not like that. That's a different type of Disney film. But yes, in their home, in the live-action Disney remake, and I wish I were kidding when I say that some people have called it a tragedy. Particular popular tweet claims that Snow White has been turned into a nagging, ungrateful hag. I mean, have you heard the interview? Have you heard the way that the character and the reimagining has been characterized by the actors involved in this? She's not going to be saved by the prince, okay? He's weird. Oh my god, he's like a stalker. She's not going to be saved by the prince. Oh my god, the IDF called. They need a little bit of backup. Talentless beauty queen. But here's the thing about old Disney staples, okay? For as blue pill to the messaging that a lot of it used to be, like, there's some nitpicks and some issues that I could take on this. Otherwise, you know what? In a general sense, at least in a more overt sense, it was all about instilling good, positive values. And that's why families, maybe misguidedly, but could at least generally trust a good Disney film. We weren't out there to tell little girls They don't need no man. They can go be complete and perfect the way that they are, and they can run the world, and hell, they can do it better than men, and they can do it in heels. That might have been, the covert subtext to a lot of that stuff, but at least they were pushing the values overtly of the nuclear family. That true love's kiss and all that other blue-pilled nonsense was right out there, if you were acting your best feminine self. A lot of it was sappy crap. But it wasn't this in-your-face admonishment of traditional values. That's what people are picking up, okay? Like, these aren't scientists on social media finding this stuff out, okay? I don't particularly think myself to be the most meticulous critiquer of cinema, okay, of media in general. I'm not somebody that can pick out all the subtext of all the framing and the complexity of the dialogue. I'm not sitting around with my cigar and my brandy snifter going over the classics on a regular basis. My media literacy might not be high enough for film Twitter, but I can look at certain stuff and pick it apart like, oh yeah, I see what you're doing here, and frankly, I don't like it. I've seen everything else that you've done in the lead up to the release of that trailer and that little snippet, and I know this is not going to be a family-centric film. This is going to be another heaping helping of girl boss slop, and there's very little the propagandists over at the likes of BuzzFeed can do about it. But at least the best thing about BuzzFeed is by the time that the film eventually does come out in the next couple of months, they won't be around to review it or even run defense for said trailer, previously mentioned trailer, getting 1,200% more dislikes than likes. That's impressive. We've seen ratios on stuff before. A lot of Star Wars projects like, The Acolyte was fairly impressive. Rings of Power Season 1, that was really good. Hell, even most of the trailers for Season 2. A lot of the Assassin's Creed Shadow stuff that gets posted on Japanese forums from Ubisoft, oh boy, that stuff goes through the floor at a record pace. But this right here, this is an all-time golden ratio that we're not likely to see again for quite a while, because this is just such a confluence of insufferable Hollywood staples in 2024, because you've got the remakes in general. Disney as a company, despite a few of the hits that they've had this year in the cinema, they're still, generally speaking, they've got a bit of a groomer mystique that they need to shake before they can win back the hearts and the minds of the family. You've got Rachel Zegler, you've got the cardboard cutout acting ability of Gal Gadot. Like, there's nothing really going for this film, hence why everybody has just looked at it and immediately rejected it. But it has been a year since a Rachel Zegler drama. Yeah, man, last summer was crazy. You had Rachel Zegler, you had Bud Light battling it out for who was going to be the most insufferable on the air. Good times. But Backlash is still working overtime. Yeah, it's almost like people don't forget, especially when they shit on a classic like Snow White, as the dislikes on the teaser trailer for a live-action Snow White outweigh the likes by a whopping 1,200%. In case you were taking a social media break last year, yeah, Zegler became the target of undue hate. Yo, Dixerdo, it was pretty much justifiable critique of her own words, because it was just running back what she said about Snow White, and what she was also talking crap about Sean Bean, Jeremy Renner, Gina Carano, wanting to get them canceled, wishing ill will on all of them. But no, that's just undue hate, right? After a clip of a 2022 interview went viral, then the Variety interview and her also on the actor strike picket line, I deserve to get paid. And it's like, yeah, okay, so entitled brat, example number 689. But it was just the one interview that went viral, showing the star describing some of the narrative points they'll be changing in Disney's live-action Snow White remake, while saying it's no longer 1937. Yeah, exactly. And that, oh yeah, they could just cut out my co-star, just the wholesale. That's showbiz, baby. Just her flippant behavior to anybody that's not named Rachel Zegler. That's what also rubbed people the wrong way. Followed was a torrent of vitriol. Can we just get to like the trailer itself, because that'd be fun? As we saw with live action Little Mermaid, it appears that the upcoming Snow White, yeah, race changes. The main character, she has skin as white as snow. Well, parking lot snow, I guess, which Zegler stars the titular princess, is getting a review bomb treatment. No, it's getting justifiable critique, because we've seen everything leading up to this trailer. And then you look at the trailer and just the awful special effects crap that's just infused in it. Last month, the first teaser trailer for the Disney remake landed, yes, right before or just after D23. And as of September 2nd, it's received 1.1 million dislikes, a 1,200% increase from its 84,000 likes. That's crazy. Video itself showed a segment of Zegler's Snow White with the CGI dwarves and woodland creatures. Yeah, all of it, everything that you see in that frame right there, sans Zegler. And I'm sure she has some post-processing on her. It's all CGI, okay? It's just as real as that picture that you see on my little screen right here through the device in which you're viewing this video. Like, it's gross. It's unpleasant. It looks off. Ever think that's what's leading to the downvotes? Although Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb have started removing fake viewers feedback to tackling review bombing, this isn't possible with teasers and trailers on YouTube. I guess that's kind of a W for Google once. Hey man, even a broken clock, right? As well as a massive number of dislikes. There are more than 56,000 comments, a majority of them criticizing the new movie. They finally did it. They made a movie. Nobody is going to pirate. Yo, that's supposed to be vitriol towards Rachel Zegler. Right. Biggest thing Disney accomplished with this trailer is leaving the comment section on. Oh, that was, at least for a long period of time, the #1 reply in the comment section. I'd like to give a quick thanks to Disney for spending $200 million on a funny comment section. Yeah, exactly. Disney achieved the closest thing to world peace by releasing something we all collectively hate. And yeah, that teaser trailer, man, it's not good. It's really gross. It's really off-putting. Only succeeded its lead actress. I can't wait for this promotional tour to kick into high gear. Oh, this holiday season is going to be awesome. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.